A mysterious New York-style underground bar on Hong Kong Island, perfect for grabbing a drink with friends after work. A rare find in Hong Kong, traditional Shanghai barbering meets holistic spa treatments.
Go to a 5-star hotel and indulge in an acclaimed 3 Michelin-starred French restaurant.
Here at this unique underground speakeasy in Central, I've heard that its interiors are inspired by cathedral designs. It's already drawn a crowd since it's opened. Let's find out what's the secret. Sometimes all you want is to relax with friends over a drink, especially in a place where you can share your thoughts privately. With seats for about 30, this cozy speakeasy has its own mysterious vibe, taking cues from New York's underground bars of the last century. The bar's interior design is inspired by co-founder Arlene's business partner Darby, who's a fan of classic British fairy tales, likening the bar entrance to entering a magical world through a mystical door. Darby wanted the speakeasy to have that touch of mystery. Today I'm joined by Arlene, one of the co-founders, to sample the cocktails on offer here. The team is committed to both preserving the classics and pushing the envelope, so you'll find an array of traditional cocktails alongside some truly inventive options. Hello Arlene, thank you very much for chilling with me today. What have you got today?
So this is a cocktail called Diane.
Interesting, let's give it a try. Ooh, the ginger is so spicy. I love it. It's so exotic as well, and then the pandan really pulls through.
Yeah.
Diane, the name of the cocktail, is invigorating, meticulously crafted from a blend of refined ingredients. This enchanting mix melts ginger mile, pandan gin, ginger beer, and cardamom, offering a remarkable sipping experience. This harmoniously marries vibrant botanical aromas with a fresh breath of ginger and a dash of exotic spices. The pandan gin contributes a nuanced layer of tropical sweetness, while a hint of cardamom rounds out the drink, lending it warmth and aromatic complexity. Overall, it's a cocktail with exceptional depth and character. What is so unique about this bar?
So, as you can tell, this bar firstly is underground, so it's a little hard to find.
Yeah.
But that is the definition of what a speakeasy is. Back in the U.S., we had a prohibition for all liquor, booze during the wartime. So that kind of driven the idea and the concept of what a speakeasy is. Obviously, it's illegal to sell cocktails. It's illegal to sell booze. So that's where speakeasy bar comes from. It's sort of like word to mouth only, so if you know, then you know where the entrance is. It's not meant to have a logo anywhere. You're not supposed to know it's a bar. You're not supposed to know what's behind the door. Right. And everything we've done is sort of bringing part of New York into Hong Kong and execute it really well.
Oh, it's part of the culture.
It is. It's part of the culture, yes.
After a long day, sometimes all you need is a quiet place to unwind or catch up with someone special. This bar is perfect for that. The moment you step in, it's like entering into a different world. Every artistic detail, from the wall art to the ornate carvings of the bar, adds a layer of cultural richness while maintaining a cozy atmosphere. It's this unique blend of art and intimacy that truly sets this place apart, offering not just visual appeal, but a meaningful cultural experience. So Arlene, what are we having for the second drink?
This is the Julia, so it's actually one of our also really popular cocktail on the menu. You can see there's a little bar spoon right here that you can eat the passion fruit with. So it's a really interactive experience, part of the cocktail. The cocktail itself is done with tequila, apple brandy, with some little bit of lime and fresh passion fruit shaken into mixing tin, so that you keep it really nice and fresh. Yeah, so you can see it's like quite sour and
Yeah,
a little bit
it's very
strong.
citric, yeah.
But then as you sip, as long like like after 5 minutes, it gets a little bit more sweeter and sweeter and sweeter, and then sort of like a really nice and easy, refreshing
There
drink.
is a hint of like an orange peel kind of
Yeah.
texture and tone to it. I want to know, right, what got you into mixology?
So I actually have been working in the F&B, the food and beverage industry, for a very long time. So I mostly started out in restaurants and coffee. So that was actually my first job, was a barista. I only started mixing drinks around 3-4 years ago. It's sort of like really late, profound talent that I realized I never had. And yeah, I got really big into it, and I just started taking a lot of jobs. I started working in a lot of top bars in the world, including a couple ones in Hong Kong. And I end up just finally fulfilling my dream of opening my own bar.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah.
Wrapping things up, we have Maya, a cocktail with a Caribbean flair. Arlene tells me that this blend masterfully mixes mint chocolate and Hokkaido cream, all set on a foundation of rum. The inclusion of cold brew coffee liqueur serves to mellow out the rum, introducing nuanced bitterness. Meanwhile, mint chocolate and Hokkaido cream enriches the cocktail with both a refreshing and opulent touch. Wow, this has got such strong peppermint but also chocolate flavors in there.
Yeah.
And did I get a hint of coffee?
Yeah.
So what inspired this drink?
This drink is twist off from a classic Dominicana. It's basically an espresso martini and an Irish coffee baby.
Right.
You got that cream, chocolate, and then also the really strong and coffee rum. So it's really good for dessert. I've started off as a barista, so that's why I really want to bring out and shine into the category of coffee cocktails.
So does that feed into your founding philosophy?
So a lot of the cocktails obviously has to be delicious with really high quality. But in general, I do really want to bring out the idea of cocktails originated from the States. And therefore, a lot of the old classic cocktails are sort of been hidden away throughout the period, especially while we're in Asia. We have really inspirational fruits where there's a lot of different flavors.
Right.
There's a lot of Asian ingredients, but in Hong Kong, we sort of lost the history of what a good classic cocktail is. So even though we do classic cocktail really well here, our signature also have to have very strong hints and inspiration from all the classics that sort of been forgotten.
Right.
And I want to bring a shining light to that.
Yeah, and I love the vibe of this place, I have to say. So if I ever want to reserve a seat, can I find you?
Yes, of course. For you, anytime.
Wonderful. Cheers to that.
Cheers again.
And just like this, I've reached 45. I don't have that many opportunities to pamper myself, but if I did, I would choose the very, very best barbershop. So I chose this one. Step into a gentleman's haven. A lineup of classic male icons like ties, pens, and razors are on full display. The decor is vintage Shanghai barbershop, but elevated. Think black leather chairs, walnut-hued tables, and marble flooring. It's a nod to the 50s and 60s where Shanghai barbers brought their trade to Hong Kong, offering all-in-one services like haircuts, shaves, and even facials. Traditional Shanghai-style barbershops are rare in Hong Kong these days. What's unique about the shaving experience here is the initial use of a hot towel to soften the beard, making for a smoother shave with less irritation. Besides the hot towel, the barber also applies a pre-shaving softening oil. This further loosens the facial hairs for a closer shave while also protecting the skin and alleviating any post-shave discomfort. The most meticulous part of the whole process comes right at the end, when the barber places a cold towel on the freshly shaved area. This not only tightens the pores, but also prevents bacterial invasion, reducing risks of any acne.
Wellness is something that we all care about, and that is why we're here at a very special spa inspired by Chinese medicine. Stepping into this space is like stepping into nature because the interiors use a lot of wood and also the furnitures feature a lot of traditional Chinese characteristics. This is an oasis in the middle of the city. At the start of the treatment, the therapist would gauge your body's 5 elements to customize the spa experience. A variety of aromatic oils are used to ease muscle tension based on your needs. To top it off, various mindfulness techniques are applied to help you find inner peace so you can relax from the inside out.
This is our signature treatment, which was created by aromatherapy, Chinese doctor, and our movement experts. So traditional theory, we believe that our universe is made of 5 different elements present in our nature and in every human being. And they are wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. And it is connected with each human organs and meridian channels. We first meet our guests in a relaxing lounge where they already fill up the form for our Oriental Qi treatments. From there, we will escort our guests to the treatment room where we start by doing the food ritual. So during the food ritual, then we will introduce our 5 elements oil and do the smell testing with me. And also according to their health questionnaire that they fill up the form before the consultation, we will check with that and compare the oils which they are on that day, which elements they are on that day. So after finalizing the oils, then we will confirm the treatment with our guest, which elements they are, then we will proceed towards the treatment. When I met Ivy, then I also was observing her characters. So each of the elements have different characters with the personality as well. So when I was observing her, then I can tell that she's in the bloom elements. So which is a fire elements. So I choose the oil that is suitable according to our elements today.
A variety of aromatic essential oils are used to ease tension based on the client's needs. To top it off, various mindfulness techniques are implemented to help guests find inner peace, ensuring relaxation from the inside out. Here at this spa, other than your typical massage therapies, they've also got a special Ganban-yoku hot stone therapy, the first of its kind in Hong Kong. Ganban-yoku, also known as hot stone bath, uses far infrared rays to deliver heat deep into the muscle tissues, which help to relieve muscle tension and pain. And furthermore, it promotes metabolic rate, allowing the body to expel waste through sweat. This is particularly beneficial for those looking to improve cold body constitution, alleviate swelling, lose weight, and reduce physical or mental fatigue. It uses rare Tenshoseki natural lava rocks heated to just over 44 degrees Celsius. The Ganbanyoku bed, which emits negative ions, penetrates deep beneath the skin's surface to stimulate blood circulation. It's positively invigorating.
Christian, do chefs usually have a story behind their culinary creation?
Absolutely. Just like this restaurant that we're visiting today, the chef is going to take his experiences, his travels, and communicate it to us on a tasty dish.
Sounds delightful. Let's go.
Let's go.
As you enter the restaurant, you will see a wine lounge in the corridor, storing a collection of renowned wines from all around the world. Moving into the main dining area, you will notice an open kitchen on the left, where guests can witness Chef Guillaume Gaillot and his team showcasing their culinary artistry. On the right side of the main dining area, there is a seating area. You can see the restaurant has put great effort into creating an elegant dining atmosphere. They have carefully chosen Czech crystal chandeliers as decorations to create a luxurious and charming dining space. Lastly, the breathtaking panoramic view of the Victoria Harbour enhances the overall dining experience, allowing guests to enjoy their meal to the fullest.
The restaurant's culinary highlights lie in its emphasis on fresh ingredients and a balance in flavor. They combine French techniques with unique elements from around the world, along with creative ingredient pairings, to create unforgettable taste experiences. Moreover, the chefs beautifully present each dish with delicate plating, turning them into works of art that captivates the diner's attention. It's no wonder they have earned the well-deserved recognition of 3 Michelin stars. Let's go and experience this extraordinary and innovative French feast. Alaskan king crab with Giordano oysters and, of course, caviar. First of all, that's a lot of caviar.
Perfection?
It is quite close. I do want to say that the crustacean jelly on the bottom provides an acidity.
Yeah.
But it's
And also
got,
that kind of savory.
That's exactly right. It's got that oyster water, or maybe they blended some oyster in there. And it's got that sort of salinity of the sea that just creeps up. Yet
And
a
it kind
little
of
bit
gives the crab an
Yes.
extra oomph,
Absolutely.
right?
The oomph. The oomph is correct. And then
And of course we have the
the
caviar.
caviar that just sits on top. Usually I like to like sort of just go easy on each bite of caviar, but with this one I'm like, oh no, I can go a bit large.
So the idea behind the crab salad, the Alaska King crab salad, is really something that I create after my childhood memory when we used to go in Brittany, this kind of area. When you go on the beach, is very the smell of the sea. You have like, so the idea of behind this crab is when you take one spoon, is really representing the sea flavors. So how to bring these flavors is with specific jelly, specific cream, specific ingredients, but work out the crab flavors. That's the main focus.
So the second dish that we have is a line-caught mullet with a seafood consommé. And this is, to me, like a very old school dish.
Shall we?
Yes.
Can definitely taste Asian flavors.
Yes. And there's a lot of ginger in there.
Especially with the clear soup.
Yeah. It's a medium rare piece of fish.
That's
So
why
it-
it's cooked to perfection. It's very like succulent
Yes.
and like tender.
But what I want to highlight in this dish is it's very subtle. Like all the flavors that are there, it's enveloped itself, but in very subtle flavors. So everything that you need to find is very natural, almost Cantonese in a way. You know, the lightness of the ginger and all that. I think there's a little bit of influence of Hong Kong in there. But see this seafood cake on the bottom?
Yeah.
That's typical of the northern part of France.
Oh,
But the
really?
fish itself is from the southern part of France, from the Mediterranean. So this is like north and south French fusion. in this one
Which
particular
turned out to
dish.
be a little bit Cantonese
Which
at the same time. Apart from the ginger, there's also that sprinkle of timu pepper. Can you taste it?
A little bit.
It gives all the subtleness just that slight little kick at the end.
The fish is from south of France, from Mediterranean area, so it's quite strong flavor. We like this strong flavor in south of France. And that's why we're bringing a very light and delight bouillon made with shrimp and a bit of crab water as well.
So this is blue lobster.
Wow.
And Chef Guillaume has put lobster and beetroot together in this particular dish. Lobster, beetroot, and a little bit of chocolate.
I feel like I can actually taste that vinegar. It's like a little bit tangy, right? But yet really rich at the same time because you got that lobster richness in
the
it.
deep
that
lobster
bisque
flavor,
kind of thing,
yeah.
right?
It's really in there. And then, but yet at the same time, you have this fruit that comes out. But usually when we associate fruit, it's usually a little bit sweeter. Even the strawberries, we have a little bit of sugar in it. It's a bit
I
of a
like
sweet.
that it's a little bit sour.
But it's sour, so you've got
On the
that
tangy
flavor,
side.
which works with the lobster, because if it's too sweet, the sweet and the sweet sort of compete. It's Chef Guillaume's signature sauce, but
So it's gotta be.
it makes me think, like, what other vinegars can go well with lobster? But I really want to try this piece of beetroot with the chocolate nibs on it.
I'm actually really surprised that I feel like chocolate and lobster actually works.
Okay, I'm gonna talk about the beetroot first. The chocolate and the beetroot, it's these years, a lot of chocolate and beetroot has been put together to make cakes, that kind of stuff, right? So the flavor is not unusual. Like, it's a very rich and intense chocolate, whereas from the dish before I was expecting something more subtle. This one's really pow.
The sauce is made also with the head of the lobster. So all is very concentrated. We do a very strong concentrate stock and bouillon. And then with this, we add this fresh fruits, which is strawberry and strawberry vinegar. A different angle to the lobster. Instead of just serving a lobster and a small garnish, we make everything to work for the wine on that day, and now it becomes our signature.
I'm delightfully surprised. The chef is so bold as to bring so many local elements into traditional French flavors.
Actually, I have to say, I think the dishes were quite heavily influenced.
Yeah.
Maybe by his experiences in Hong Kong or like the dishes he's had here. It was exquisite. Thanks for taking me here, Christian.
Yeah, I look forward to the next meal.